Welcome to another Codewell for Entrepreneurs. Today, we're tackling a huge question, one that's probably on your mind a lot lately. Can AI actually develop software all by itself? We're going to break down what the latest research is telling us in 2025, and more importantly, what it means for your business. This is the dream, right? The promise of fully automated development. But can an AI, today, really build, manage, and scale an entire app from the ground up with zero humans involved? Is that really where we're at? And here's where we have to get real about it. You see all the hype, but the truth is, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. To make smart calls for your company, you've got to see past the big headlines and really get what AI can do, and just as crucially, what it can't do right now. So let's start there. Let's unpack all that hype. What's actually happening on the ground when we ask AI to write code for the kind of real-world, mission-critical applications that your business depends on? Okay, so here's the deal. AI tools are amazing assistants. I mean, they can pump out functions, boilerplate code, and little isolated pieces of logic incredibly fast. But ask an AI to design the blueprint for your entire application, the architecture, and that's where things start to fall apart. And that blindness to the bigger picture leads us right to where human expertise isn't just nice to have, it's completely essential. There are these huge, critical gaps in what AI can do, and that's where your team steps in to fill them. Let's dig into the 5 really big ones. This right here, this is the map of the problem. These 5 areas are where your team creates all the value, turning raw code into a product that actually works. Now, we could talk all day about these, but for right now, we're going to zoom in on the 2 most fundamental gaps that everything else is built on: semantic understanding and long horizon planning. First up, semantic awareness. And look, this isn't about whether the code has the right punctuation. It's about whether the code makes sense in the grand scheme of things. You know, does this new feature I just generated actually work with our database? Does it break the security rules we put in place last year? The AI on its own usually has no idea. And when you're blind to that big picture, you get code that looks perfect, but shatters the second you put any real pressure on it. The AI hallucinates logic. It just invents connections that don't really exist. You end up with these incredibly fragile systems that are an absolute nightmare to fix and to scale. And that's a huge hidden risk to your business. The second huge gap is what we call long horizon planning. The best way to think about this is like a chess grandmaster versus a checkers player. A great human architect is thinking 10, 15 moves ahead. They're asking, how will this little decision I make today affect our costs and our security a year from now? And AI, well, for now, it's just playing checkers. It's only focused on the next most obvious move. So, if going all in on AI is so risky, what's the solution? Well, it's not about picking sides. It's not humans or AI. The real future, the smart future, is about creating a brand new kind of team. Let's take a look at what this hybrid model actually is. And the difference is just, it's night and day. On one side, the AI-only path is full of fragile code, missed bugs, and just no strategic direction. But when you combine human and AI, you get what you really need: a rock-solid architecture, tough, resilient testing, and a product that's actually aligned with your business goals. This really needs a shift in how we think about this whole thing. The question we should be asking isn't, can AI replace my developers? The real multi-million-dollar question is, how can AI make my developers even better? The goal is to give your experts an incredibly powerful assistant, one that handles the tedious stuff, freeing them up to focus on strategy and creativity. You know, the stuff that actually grows your business. So what is that high-value work? Well, it's all the big picture stuff. It's designing the architecture. It's the strategic planning and building the product roadmap. It's handling complex security audits, creatively solving tough problems, and driving real innovation. None of that is something an AI can do. That's where your team is absolutely invaluable. And this brings us to the real takeaway here. The game isn't just about being the fastest anymore. The real competitive edge comes from building software that is smarter, more resilient, and way more strategic. And this quote just nails it. It's not about man versus machine, it's man with machine. The companies that are going to win in the next decade are the ones that master this combination of AI-powered automation and truly irreplaceable human insight. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about for your own team. As you bring AI into your world, are you just using it to chase speed, just chasing automation for automation's sake? Or are you using it strategically to amplify the incredible creative and architectural potential of your human experts? Because that difference is everything. If you want to know more about how CodeWow can improve your software development, visit us at codewow.eu. Thanks, and see you in the next episode.